dress while I don't know, streaming. So it was left out, and I was just like, I guess we're just gonna be wearing that today. So, Hallmark. You guys have heard me talk about this game incessantly the entire October, November, December. It's not out. It's really big. This document's only 11 pages right now, but that's because I was writing it out in the Word document first for once, and it was entirely too many pages. However, let's get to the thing. So, my favorite thing to make in game design when I'm doing a game book is the cover. It's also the hardest thing to make because the cover for me sets the tone for the rest of the game book. So, depending on the game, it's going to be a little bit different. So, Hallmark, the Sapphic Holiday Romantic Comedy TTRPG that you have been missing out on. The whole point of Hallmark is that it's based on movies and movie tropes, etc. And therefore, I wanted it to look like a old school kind of 2000s like manuscript looking thing. Like, you know, in the 2000s, all rom-com protagonists had like marketing jobs, or they were copywriters, or they were graphic designers, or they were editors at like large manuscript companies. Unrealistic expectations is what that gave me because I've worked in almost all of those industries, and let me tell you, it is not glamorous. It is boring as hell. But I wanted this to be, you know, I almost said romantic, and it is romantic. I mean, it's a rom-com thing, but I also mean like romantic in the way of like romanticizing this era and this genre of movie. Because here's the thing, Hallmark. What is Hallmark if not romantic? For straight people, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I see straight movies and I go, is that romantic? Okay, I don't know. Um, this is romantic for sapphic people. I should hope. I should think. I am one. I should know. Hallmark. Hallmark Hallmark is not very done. Please bear that in mind. So basically, when I was making this game book, I wanted it to look like you're actually flipping through a manuscript. So let me just I actually don't think I can do that. Sorry. Let's just zoom in ever so slightly. That was incorrect. Is this even? You know what? Whatever. It's fine. So, first page looks like a cover. I wanted the tagline to not clutter up all of the typeface up here, so I made a little post-it, changed the script to like something handwriting, and then boom. It took me about half an hour to find the right font. It's amazing how many typewriter fonts there are, and by amazing, I mean. But because I didn't want this to look like the cover all the way through, because the whole point of it looking like a book is that it looks like a book, and rarely does the cover of a book look like the inside of a book. I clicked around for another half hour until I found white paper with a little bit of this edge to it on the side where it looks like it's perforated or like in a spiral notebook. So basically, it would look like you were flipping through an actual manuscript. So I give it an index, which not all my games have. To be fair, I think I Spy doesn't have an index, but I Spy's pages are numbered and there's like reference in between, so it's okay. So the concept of Hallmark was that the game, mechanic wise, is played in scripts. So you can choose any one of these scripts to play from, and basically, script here is a setting appropriate euphemism for the word stage or setting in a game. So when you're playing Hallmark, you're going to be playing the game structure within the story white element, white elephant, layover love, a home for my heart, deck the dorm, white slash YouTube, Christmas, and the Scrooge next door. These are all movies that I came up with for this. White elephant is the one that is mostly fleshed out in this already. So I add a forward to most of my game pages, like game books. You don't have to. When you're coming up with the structure of your game, the layout itself, the graphic design portion, will be heavily influenced by what you functionally need the game book to do. I needed the game book to have a lot of space because this is an incredibly text heavy game book, since there are like 6 fucking movies that need to be scripted out for the scenes because that's the mechanic of the game. The mechanic of the game is you choose a script. That's the story you're going to be playing out. Those are that's the realm your characters are going to be in. Then there's things writing out of the characters because they are pre-generated. Of course, you can adapt as you need to, or do with it what you want. I just make the games. I don't tell you what to do with them, really. Not going to hold your hands through it. So I needed it to be something that was really, really clear. So I need high contrast in the design. I need a lot of space. That means it can't have a border around it because that would take up way too much space for me, which is why I have this like white page look for it. And then this has the forward that most of my games have. Specifically, this game, I wanted it to have a forward that specifically stated like no homophobia, transphobia, racism, etc. in this game in particular, but also really in any of my games. I don't include them. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but this is not a game for that. I include the modern and most accurate definition of a lesbian, which is a non-man attracted to non-men. Non-binary lesbians real, trans lesbians are real, sapphic, bi, pan, demisexual are real, ace lesbians are real. You're all welcome here. Hey Netflix, hire me to write your goddamn queer media because Full Offense Happiest Season was awful. In all fairness, Happiest Season was not from Netflix, but Hollywood, you know. And then a big thank you to Nancy Myers and Nora Ephron for giving me inspiration throughout my life. And then it has my little own blurb of like where you can support me, where you can find me, etc. Let's see. So basically, I'm not going to give you guys a whole tour through this game book because it's not fucking out yet. But basically, each thing will have like scripts, scenes, epilogue, um, and what those mean in terms of like mechanics of the game. Then we've got this. This is how the game is introduced. Again, super easy to read because this is incredibly text heavy. Versus some of my other games that have completely different graphic like designs because they need different things. So, very cute thing is the two main characters in White Element are Yaz and Matan, which is it's just cute. So, White Elephant, a convenient and usually, unless rigged by a well-meaning bestie, random gift exchange like Secret Santa, except it's barely anything like Secret Santa usually, except when it is, which is now. Here's the thing. White Elephant is actually a game that has nothing to do with Secret Santa. It's just that Secret Santa sounded like a shit title, so I chose White Elephant. And I just decided that White Elephant now means Secret Santa. Why not? In this universe, I am God. And as you can see, it's a very text-heavy game. These are the blurbs for each of the characters. This is a comic relief support, best friend, rival for affection, and like the two leads. And some there'll be three leads, and some there'll be just one. Then there's the cast list, aka the homosexual supporting cast, little Uron reference of extra people, and then the outline of the game. So as you can see, it's a very text-heavy game that needs to be extremely clearly designed. Versus, let's see, before we do that, let's go to Stuck in Space. Stuck in Space is not nearly as text-heavy because Stuck in Space is goofy as hell. This game is this page, this title sequence, this cover of this game book is the light of my life. I think it's one of the funniest shit things I've ever fucking made. I find myself fucking hysterical. So the game is called Stuck in Space. I wanted it to be very clearly a little tongue-in-cheek, very goofy. So Star Wars font and layout a little bit. The coloration is really bold. It connotates that this is like a light game. This is not like it's not like the game book for Forever 41 that has blood splattered all over it, you know? That's like something to consider the tone of your game when you're designing the cover page. Now, unlike with Hallmark, this actually has the same background image throughout the whole fucking game because there is no reason. I gave this one an end cover, but the reason I gave it an end cover is because I just thought the joke was really funny and I wanted to do it twice. That is the only reason. You get full creative liberty with these game books, so you might as well actually use it. So yeah, so we've got this. Got my little buy stuck space as the title, so it's bigger. Pilots missing, guests lost, Hotel Trivago, or Triv because I don't want to get sued. This tells you everything you need to know about the game. It has the premise in the game. It has the tone of the game. It has the setting of the game. It has more or less like who are you going to be playing. The exposition of the game is all in the cover. If I may, I got to remember to keep saying toot my own horn because Liv has really ruined me. And now I really will constantly and in business situations say not to jerk my own dick. But also, you know what? This is my channel. So not to jerk my own dick, but this is an extremely successfully designed cover. This one doesn't have an index. I typically hate making indexes. The only reason that Hallmark has one is because Hallmark is fucking massive and it really needed one. Needs one because it's still not done. So this is your whole premise. Very bold, still relatively easy to read. I try to make sure that everything is still really high contrast because even though for every game book that I design, I also include a plain text that is screen reader compatible. I definitely want to make sure that this is still easy to read. Although you have to imagine people will be opening it and it will be about. So when I design these, I also open them at about the point that like a PDF would be opened or like an actual piece of paper would be in front of me so that I can see that the size is all right. This, for example, it's easy enough to read that you can read it, but I'm probably going to do a little edit here for the line spacing. Just a little. Oop. Bitch. if you do not get the fuck, just a little up. So here we go. Just because the line spacing helps you not get like lost between the lines or slip past them. So this works. I also added a contrast effect to this background image so that there'd be no colors. It would just be black and white, so make it a little bit easier. So we're going to zoom out slightly just so that I can see the actual book a little bit better. I usually include the logo of whatever game book it is to put in the corner. That's a stylistic choice more than anything else, but also in case you did print this out, just so you have everything like fitted together, I guess. Mostly it's just a design choice. You don't need to do that. But what you do need to do and have in a game book, apart from like clear graphic design, is like you need to have a premise page or a setup, something to tell people like what the hell are you playing and why. You need a gameplay page. That's basically a cheat sheet of what you need to play a game. Then you have, so for this one, there's a D4, a D6, and a D8. So there's going to be several failure success tables, but you do need to have per dice that you're using or dice system that you're using. You need to have a whole page dedicated entirely to the failure and success table, just so that people understand what to do. Now, I don't use lorem ipsum because I have a fundamental beef with Latin. All right. I have a fundamental beef with Latin, the language, seeing as I had to study it for 12 fucking years. 12? Wait, 8, 9, 10, 11. 14. I had to study it for 14 fucking years. I've studied 4 variations of it, and I've become certified to the highest level in all 4. I fucking hate Latin. It is one of the banes of my existence and annoys the shit out of me. So I avoid it at all costs. So I don't use lorem ipsum. I keyboard smash to like use a placeholder. So the generic thing here is that I put like if you roll a 1 to 2 on a d6, it's an absolute failure. And then this placeholder text right here is basically there to remind me that I have to explain narratively what is going to be the consequence. So absolute failure means not only do you not succeed in what you do, it fucking backfires. The reason that I use failure success tables that have things that backfire when you absolutely fuck them up is because narratively it's more interesting to say, oh, you tried to fix the flux capacitor with a hot sauce. I don't know, uranium hot sauce, whatever. And it, like, you rolled a 1. It fucking backfires. So not only did it not work, you didn't just harmlessly pour hot sauce into the flux capacitor. You poured something into the flux capacitor that made it fucking angry. So now, in addition to like not working, and you then just having to like figure out a different thing to try, you now have to deal with the absolutely unmitigated consequences of your fucking actions. For example, I don't know, maybe the flux capacitor is now on fire because you gave it really spicy hot sauce and it was not prepared. So like that, it's just narratively more interesting to put stuff like that in there. A complicated success is it worked, but also maybe now it will only take you to Mexico. You know, I don't know. Unintended consequence. Absolute success means absolutely it took the hot sauce like it was fucking plutonium. I haven't seen Back to the Future in a hot minute, but it took to it like it was fucking plutonium fresh from the orchard. I don't know why, but I have the image of plutonium, uranium, I don't know, as like a ball or like half ball from the movies in my head. So it's just like, you know what, whatever. It might grow on a tree. Who fucking cares? I do know that it doesn't. Please don't mansplain nuclear fission to me. I'm quite aware of how radioactive substances work. But basically, now what you want to do is make sure that you have everything nicely chaptered. So what I'm going to do with this game, what I haven't done yet, but I can show you guys, is something that I started doing when I would let me just copy paste this part real quick. Actually, you know what? Copy paste this one. Or no. No need to copy paste. I know what to do. I'm gonna make a copy. I'm gonna get rid of that. We're going to ungroup this. So this is something that I started doing for I Spy and I actually really enjoy. Bye. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Chapter cards. Chapter cards are just a really nice extra thing visually, especially if you know this is not going to be like a micro RPG. Like this is going to be a full game, and accordingly, it's going to need to be chaptered. So when you look at something in a bigger view like this, you'll see here it says types of play. I'm an idiot. I already did that. You know, it's fine. I'm going to leave this. Past Brandy thought to do the thing that I just did. What I can do is move that around actually now. Bitch, would you please? Okay, fine. Then you move. characters. Character creation. Ah. 1 second. Fit 2 letters. More letter. There we go. Character creation. So that is now. Let's center this completely. Yeah. So those are just nice, especially in a PDF thing. So here it says types of play. And that'll like kind of just like cut that section. So it's a cool extra thing to have in GameBooks. Your character creation, it'll talk about the different pregens that you're playing. This which is my favorite, one of my favorite character types I've ever created, the Y3K baddie. Obsessed with the aesthetic of the year 3000. Not much has changed. Thank funk you don't live underwater. Probably a grad student age type person studying communications. Yes, they want to be Uhura. Yes, they are fluent in several alien languages. But imagine, please, with a heavy Valley girl accent. I want to play this bitch so badly. So bad. I want to be this bitch. I want to play this bitch. I try to channel her in my everyday life. This is just my favorite. So when you're making something like this, it's just good to have chapter cards because this bitch is long. As you can tell, this is 18 pages. It's not fully fleshed out, and I don't have the chapter for mechanics in there yet because the actual gameplay itself hasn't been written out in the game book, only in the Word document. So, and it's also not finished in the Word document. So this will end up being shorter than I Spy, I would hope. No, it's got to be shorter than I Spy because I Spy has several villains in it that get like fully written out. This does not have villains in it. It's not that type of genre of game. Because villains aren't really the problem here. Everybody's mass collective ineptitude is the problem in this game, which I don't need to write out at great length. But basically, this game, I estimate when done, should be about 25 pages, which means that I would like to include title cards. If it's a game like Facts Nochmal that has maybe 10 pages, you don't need chapter cards. There's absolutely no reason to do that. Now, Little Gods is one that has almost nothing fucking written into it, but this is a micro RPG. This one, I know it doesn't look good. It's 6 pages long. At most, this game will be 10 pages long. It'll only have one page of gameplay because this is a micro RPG that's a hack. So this game is, and actually originally it was a short story anthology that I'd written in like 2010. And then shortly after I wrote it, before I could publish it anywhere, the Amazon series for American Gods came out a few years later. And I realized absolutely nobody was going to believe me that I wasn't influenced by it, but even though I'd never heard of it before, so I scrapped it. Or I just didn't publish it, I just left it. Didn't finish it. And now I'm making it into a game instead, based on the amazing game by Connie, GM Connie, Halo and Horns, which very soon, by the way, there will be a mini series coming up on Transplanar RPG, starring myself and Connie and a wide variety of amazing guests, where we have a Good Omens inspired Halo and Horns mini series, and I will get to play your devil. Everybody expectations were high for me to play the devil, on myself at least, because I've played the angel in that game before, in a different show, one that was also on this channel, which if you go to the VODs you can find. And I did so poorly as the angel that I fell from heaven, which is not a mechanic that's in the game, but something that we invented on the spot because of how shit I was doing, being angelic. So I was very excited to be the demon. Turns out, not terribly good at that either. But I will leave you guys to watch the show once it comes out, hopefully very soon, in a month or so. I'll let you guys tell me how I did yourselves. But here, as you can see, 2016 actually I wrote this. Nice. Time is relative and also it doesn't mean anything to me. But yeah, here's a little thing, a little blurb. Connie Chang's amazing Halo and Horns is going to be the baseline for this, where it's a one-player system with 2 GMs. This is a system that has 1 player and X amount of GMs that are these different gods, basically. And then they're gonna have six pre-gens. Fuck me. Why did you do that? Why would you do that? No, I don't think I'm gonna do that in the end because this is a micro RPG, and as you can tell, also from the design, I wanted it to be very clear and a bit more sparse. This is actually based. The reason this game book looks the way that it does is because it's based off of this title cover, which was the original cover for the short story anthology. And I just thought it'd be nice to repurpose because I worked very hard on it in 2016. and I didn't want to lose it. So this was the original cover, and I designed the game book around that. If I'd come up with the game before the short story anthology, it would probably look different. So I've talked a lot at you guys, but now it's time to actually do the thing. Okay, everybody, everybody, I'm going to take us to a quick screen. You can still hear me, but I'm going to take us to a quick other screen. So here, a brief thing. Again, a reminder, we still have a few days left in the TTRPG bundle for trans rights in Texas, which benefits the Organización Latina de Trans en Texas and the Transgender Education Network of Texas. The link was also in my going live link, so please make sure that you check these out. I'm dropping the link in chat here in a second. There we go. Again, reminding people to, oops, hello. Nope, that was incorrect. Bitch, please. There we go. I'm not used to using the Mac. It's been over a month and I'm still not used to it. Here, absolutely. Please go check this out. Amongst the nearly 500 games, you can get also like my game, Euphoria, by the way. We've still got 4 days and 9 hours left for you to get all of these, about 500 games for $5. And we are closing in on the goal of $420,000. Which is a fucking insane. I thank every person who's contributed, which by the way, it's 41,508 people, which blows my fucking mind. Usually this game bundle, if you were to buy all of these games, it would be about $3,000. So please, 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 please go get it. I am just also on the screen, to promote this, but also I need to go to my Google Docs and switch up to the doc that I need without spoiling you guys about everything else that I'm working on. So give me a second. There we go. Please, God, work. Let me see. Oop. All right. So we are back. Hi. It's me. Of course you did. Anyway, so you guys have seen when I was talking about adapting IP, which is another VOD you should check. Oh God, did I save the VOD? I hope I did. I'm gonna write that down. There is my notes thing. Hi, hello. Sometimes I forgot to make VODs of things. VOD of adapting IP. If I didn't, I will be heartbroken. But if I didn't, then I will simply have to do the whole fucking thing all over again. But you know what? That is fine. We will do what we gotta do. Anyway, so as you guys can see, has it been 2 weeks? Shit, it's probably been 2 weeks. I don't know. Actually, that's gonna bother me. We're gonna check that like right now. It's fine. It's fine. That is the wrong fucking one. I have a lot of these fucking sheets. Yep, that is for sure my page. Lord almighty, this is slow. Why is this so slow? Ooh, weird. Hate that. Hate hearing my own, hate hearing it. Not a fan. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Huh. Yep. I think I forgot to make a VOD. Kill me. I think I forgot to make it a VOD. Oh, well, that's fine. Anybody that missed the original adapting IP stream, we will just do it again. Motherfucker. Ooh, that is not fun. That's that's annoying. Anyway, that's fine. We'll just do it again. God knows I can say the same shit 80 times. All right, so we're going to be working a little bit on the game book for The Island, aka this bitch. So I have a title card here. I'm not happy with it. And by happy, I mean really not at all. I don't really like the cartoonish look of things. It's just that if I go too close to the actual Survivor logo, I'll get sued, potentially. So, we're gonna not do that. So we're gonna leave this as is for now, but it does mean that we have to now think about what the rest of the game thing would look like because this is a way too busy background picture to be used in the rest of things. So we're gonna look at elements real quick before we even go through the bits of game book that it needs. So let's look for some textures first. Photos. This looks alright. This looks promising. Uh, maybe that. Oh, it's a little bit like a tribal council type, like those little scrolls that they have. Eh, eh. I think I want something with clean edges because I could get something with like transparent edges, but then you'd be able to see the white in the background, and I'm just not really a big fan of that. And then you can't save with a transparent background as a PDF, which is how these are exported. So mm, I think we're gonna. It's almost a little bit too dark. Fun fact: I used to make paper as like a hobby. Very weird hobby, granted, but it was just like a thing to do as a teen. Yes, didn't really think about it that much, but it was cute. But it looked about like that. Let's see. Eeh. This is a lot of the initial game design for a lot of the books that I do is me fucking trying shit out, staring at it, and making strange noises. That's a big part of designing, frankly, anything. Yeah, there was one up there that I think I liked. Hi, welcome. Thank you for the follow, Itanchi. Oh, and thank you 17 hours ago, your boy Kizzle. I appreciate you. Make sure to join the Discord community for updates, which reminds me that I need to grab the link to that again and pop it in chat again for anybody that might have joined us. Yeah, this one's too dark. I am not a fan. Actually, see if we can just lighten it a bit. Not brightness. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-mm. What did we think about this one? Did we like this one? This is a big part of it. I'm really not gonna lie. This is not the most exciting part of game design. Let's do this one, but we're going to it not that way. Okay, am I stupid? I might be. This is a legitimate question. All right, we're gonna pop it over actually like this. The weight be on that side, or actually no, the weight should be on that side. So the weight, like the darkness, it just reads better like this. So we're gonna have it like this, and that is gonna be that. I'm gonna let's make an alternate title page actually, because I'm not still just not a fan of that. Like I know the jungle is good because it has to connotate the setting, and if this is just this, it won't really connotate that as quite as well. But let's see what comes up. We'll put in jungle graphics. Like I said, I'm not a fan of like cartoony design. I do like that better than this. Hmm. We'll see how it ages. We'll see how I feel about it as time goes on. Hmm. I don't know about him. Hmm. These are just really cartoony. Bit of photos. Hmm. I am liking this better. I'll probably change the font. Has to be legible of all things though, because there are quite a few like variations where I was like, maybe this, but then it's just very hard to fucking read. And this one gave me two Total Drama Island vibes. It was actually surprisingly difficult to find anything here that felt even remotely Survivor-ish. Ooh, this one's not bad. Not necessarily Survivor-ish. It's giving me more Lord of the Flies. Uh, Font searching also extremely just time-consuming part of designing these fucking books, but it is an important part. Motherfucker, this is hideous. Ugh. That one's bothering me too. I'm just gonna give it a neutral font until we find the one that we want. Hmm. A little difficult to read that on the bottom. It looks a bit like an action movie. I'm also not entirely sure how I feel about it being like black. I think I might go for like a really dark brown, but it's hard to find a brown that doesn't end up looking cartoony. Which is not a problem I anticipated having when I was designing this game. Honestly, this is the most I've ever struggled. Like, out all of the work that I've put into this so far, this is the most I've ever fucking struggled with a fucking like title card to a fucking game. Let's see. Let's see. Which one was this one? Anais? Okay. 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 This I do like this at least better than this. Let's see what that looks like. I should have been more specific. Hmm. Hmm. We're just gonna leave that shit there for right now and focus on the rest, which at least we have a font that I am happy with. That is like the good part. So it means let's oops. That combo is not horrible. It's not great. We're gonna use this right now. But yes, basically, let me copy those because this is now going to be what goes in the corner of everything, as per usual with my game books. Game title goes in the corner. Header, body, placeholder. Like this to be centered. Is it already centered? That's centered. Centered, okay. So leave that there and start to figure out what components it needs. So that means needs premise, disclaimer, because this is a IP technically, or not entirely, but kind of. Hi Sphinx. Hello, hello. We are working on game design, and I am so sorry. I have realized I never made a VOD out of the adapting IP stream that I did, and it's been more than 2 weeks, so Twitch deleted it. So we're gonna have to do that all over again. But you know what? That's okay. I'll just make it at a different time so that people who missed it originally get to see it when they can. Just see. We're live designing some of the gamebook for the island to show people what the process looks like of designing a gamebook. Unfortunately, I chose the fucking ugliest gamebook to do that with so far because I'm unhappy with the. It does sound like tomorrow's problem. You are fucking correct. Absolutely, it sounds like tomorrow's problem. So right now, I'm going through the names and like the things that I already have, so I can make the chapters. Character creation, GM notes, challenges, downtime. So the phases of gameplay. Downtime's probably one word, isn't it? Is it? It's one word. Cool. Downtime. Tribal council, which I will have to fucking call something else. The vote. Also, since you are in the Discord community, if I remember correctly, in the Discord community that we have for Patoots at Patoot HQ, in the Twitch stream chat, I have dropped two things. One, what I'm currently listening to, and two, I have dropped an invitation exclusive to those in the Discord community to make a blend with me on Spotify. So if you click on that, it'll make a blend out of what I listen to and what you listen to, and it'll give us a unique little playlist of our mutual things. And I'll try to get to everybody's playlists ASAP as I can, which is just like a fun little extra thing to do, I think. So there's the vote, downtime, mechanics is its own chapter. Not sure if mechanics will come. Mechanics is going to go on top. Oh, sorry. I'm listening to Decepticon from the Tigre, which is just such a fucking bop. All right, so mechanics will include also like mechanics like hunger, rest, etc., because those are going to affect how you roll. I'm thinking dice pool for this. So yeah, character creation is going to be who you are, etc., what you bring along with you. Then there's going to be the outline of a session. So that'll be mechanics. Actually, I'm going to make that called gameplay, which is like the outline of a session. And then this is going to be called just the, like what you need. So like time, players, GM, etc. Gameplay mechanics, which will include items, dice pool, the votes separate, actions, rest, and hunger modifiers. Now, so I'm thinking it starts off with a really, really big dice pool, like 8 dice that you roll at once for your actions, because at first you get there, you're so fresh, but the longer you stay and the less rewards you have to give you rest and solve hunger, the less fucking dice you have. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna write down because it's actually a really good idea. Interesting. Can you have more dice than the max you start with? Huh. I think it might cap depending on. So like right now, what I've written down is the thing of like n number of episodes equals the amount of dice that you have. So let's say you have five. You want to do a mini series. You've got 5 episodes, 5 dice maybe. I might adapt that, and then as you go on, you get -1 per episode that you're going on, unless you get rewards like comfort, quality of life rewards. Those can just keep you from depleting. But if you don't win, you deplete. I'm thinking it could also be that you could end up losing a dice if, for example, you do like a true like critical failure. But I'll think about that one because like sometimes on a Survivor you get injured. That happens, you know. They've got medical teams and stuff, but it's not like they can instantly heal you. So, like on the season right now, first episode, somebody dislocated his shoulder. It was disgusting. But they did fix it. They did help him and everything. But like I noticed in the first 2 episodes of the series now, after that, he's been kind of avoiding using it still. I mean, it's going to be sore, I assume. I've never dislocated a shoulder, but I have dislocated a rib. And oh boy, that took like almost a year for me to stop trying to avoid moving in a way that made it upset. So I'm thinking about that. Because I do want to have like the Survivor like experience, kind of, you know? I mean, not entirely. Again, don't sue me, Survivor, please. Swear to God. Jeff, I have nothing but love for you. So much love. I take a lot of inspiration in hosting from from Jeff Probst, and I have my whole life. But yeah, let me see. So tribal council is going to be the vote that gets its own mechanics sheet. But I also, as I think you might remember last time I talked about this game, the players that get voted off the island still get to participate by sabotaging and then later even competing to be able to return to the game. So, and since they weren't in the game, they don't lose any more dice. Potentially, they might actually end up coming into the game on like episode 8. Did he fall in the campfire? You know, I don't remember. I haven't seen all of them, to be fair. There's 42 seasons of Survivor. And I only got to watch until the year 2004. So I have missed quite a bit. But we'll see. Let's see. I think overall that is already going to be gets challenges. So the gameplay outline of a session, which I could have just written session outline. Session outline, dice pool, actions, rest, hunger, mechanics, dice depletion. Dice depletion. Ooh, rewards. That should be mechanics, all that this needs. The vote will include the mechanics of the vote, but it will also include like what happens to the players that get voted off. This is a fun game. But this is really for campaign only. This is, I think I wrote it down too. This is for miniseries or ongoing play only. I don't really, I don't see a way to satisfactorily, like, satisfactorily? Satisfactorily? I'm having a stroke. Satisfactorily? That's not a word. Is that a word? In a satisfying way. I don't see how you could play this game in a one shot in a satisfying way. What fuck is that noise? Okay. Ignore this creepy whistling noise in the wall. Okay, it's probably the heater or something. I don't know. Teams at first. Oh, the merge. So the gameplay will also include the challenges, downtime, the vote, the merge, because that's a really big part of the game of Survivor is the merge of tribes towards the end. I really love when what's it called? Reality TV gets adapted to TTRPGs. Those are just great. Ooh, and what I forgot. There's always twists at the finale, so that'll need its own page. It's at the bottom of the index. So yeah, structurally, yeah, I think you'd have to get a montage of a good bit to fit one or two. Yeah, you really would. Especially because like the way that it's constructed is taking heavily from I Spy, where I Spy, when you get a critical success, you get a clue in the form of like potentially like an actual piece of real-time decodable code. Um, I want this to be physical and mental as well as like so that you can actually play the game and not just roll, because some of the puzzles maybe you can actually do in real time as well. Like if both teams decide like their representative is going to roll in real time to do this because they don't want to do the puzzle, or if they want to genuinely try to solve the puzzle in like a timed space, which reminds me you might need a timer for this. So because of the nature of like the challenges and the outline of the episode, I just don't see how people would play this as a one shot and like have it work quite right, you know? I mean, if you don't want any resolution, you can absolutely play this as a one shot. It's just that nobody knows how it would continue. Although I guess if you're playing in a way of just like, crowdfunding and it's just like if you want us to do another episode, please pay us, then I could understand how that would work. That would work. Oh. Oh, my neck, Jesus. All right. Checking something. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Anyway, voted off players. Fuck off. I know what I'm saying. Fine. 10 episodes and dice -1. I love equations. Just nice. They're so clean. They're so nice. But yeah, as far as like game design for this book goes, I also wanted to keep it relatively simple because like this is not supposed to be like a big, pretty, glamorous book. This is nice. I like that. I also don't think that this is going to need like chapter pages because it doesn't seem like the type of game to need that. It seems very straightforward because I mean it's the structure of like the game is more important than anything else. I hate this. Goodbye. I don't love this, but I like it better. That's actually better. Okay, better. Sorry. Every time I hear the song Teeth, I forget that it's from 5 Seconds of Summer and I just think about the anime video, the like really famous one that people edited to it. All right, good. We're back with On Your Mind by DOS, which is just a whole bop. But yeah, as far as like game book design goes, this one's relatively simple. Really ugly. I will fix it. Wait, let's see, because this is bugging me. Actually, again, let's look at some of the assets for Survivor. I'll play Outlast. Let's see if we can do something with that. Obviously, we're not going to be taking that because I don't want to get sued, but I will make my own goofy little version of it. See, because I can't do this. I can't do this. I'll get sued. Technically, the font for Survivor is white. Hmm. I don't hate it. I think I don't hate it. Instant blurriness. Sorry, it was pinching my nose. I love these glasses. I love them a lot. It's just I have a very narrow nose at the top, and the little these things pinch like right there. Um, I can't see shit. Hi, welcome. Hello, first time chat user. It's Hunchi. Hi, welcome. Ooh, I love the sticker. Does the game hazards account for different types of islands, or is it more assume more tropical island? It's more tropical island because typically Survivor is played on a tropical island, but that is an excellent fucking question. And actually, since this is supposed to not be exactly Survivor, so I'm get sued, I think it would actually be really cool if you could have different islands. So let's see where that would go in the index. Character creation, team notes. Okay, I'm gonna say what you need. That's the premise, and then you've got the island itself. We're gonna make that its own page. Thank you. That is actually a really good idea because I would love to play Survivor played in the fucking Arctic. So let's see. Remiss disclaimer what you need. So after what you need. So a little copy paste here real quick. The island itself. Do a little research on kind of settings they can have. Also, there's only so many places in the world. I'm kind of shocked that Survivor hasn't like reused places too many times. Yeah, Survivor Arctic would be really interesting. I used to live in German Siberia, basically is what we call it. And I gotta tell you, I hated it. I hated it a lot. It was I love cold here and there, and I love snow like a lot. I love having seasons, but I didn't have seasons. I had 10 months of winter where if you went outside, nature bitch slapped you. Like and like wet. It bitch slapped you wet with an icicle. Um, it was rough. I had a lot of hatred for going outside at that time. This is I worry about legibility for this. I don't want anybody to have problems reading the game. Let me see. Let me see what I can do here. Nope. Maybe. Let's see. It's a little bit more legible. Kind of. It's Oh, snow over every few years. You know, that's fair. It's not fantastic. It's just like I like variation. But I just don't want it to be freezing all the time because I will lose the will to live. Also, I dress like this casually, which like this for anybody who hasn't seen it is a fucking club dress. So not necessarily tundral weather. Just be better to stick with lift because it's quite simple. Hmm. Now is the really hard part, trying to be clever. Why is the only word in my head outhouse? I'm not gonna say outwit, outplay, outhouse. I'm not gonna do it. Don't do it. Chat suggestions are welcome. They really were in their bag with this fucking slogan though. Outwit, outplay, outlast, banger. Just glare at it until something comes to me. Hmm. I'm joking. I'm joking. We could also just be pretentious. Engage, invoke, endure. Ooh. But what are they invoking? Also, that needs to be lowercase. Another word that has a similar amount of syllables and an E. Yeah, I know. Same here. My brain just gave me ensure, and it didn't mean like to ensure something. I meant like ensure, like the anorexia recovery drink. A fun little moment where I realized in college that I had a fridge full of ensure, and so did my dad. Two completely different reasons, but still. Ironically, completely different life paths, but my dad and I both survived off of Ensure and Gatorade for the longest time. Oh, he has a nice excuse though. He's in his fucking 80s and he chain smokes, and I think actual food would kill him. I have no excuse. I was stupid and ill. I know this is Gatorade. I don't live off of this shit. It's just I ran out of water bottles, but I still have Gatorade. So timing. Wow. Sorry. Not looking good for myself here right now. Talk shit about living off of Ensure and Gatorade. Lifts a bottle of Gatorade 2 seconds later. Engage, endure. Where to start with it? I will straight up Google this shit. This is also part of game designing. Is I look at some of the elements. Oh, there's flames. Oh, I do like that logo for. Oh, I do like that logo of Survivor. That one, the new one. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The classic, you'll never get old. But this one, the new logo is actually quite nice. It's really nice, actually. Actually, that's pretty. I like those. Just don't know if we have a whole alphabet. That's not what I meant to do. I wish you could go to like the origin so that you could get just these, but you can't. I love the song "What's Up Danger." It's so good. Envision and Rapture. Ooh. You know, I don't recommend drinking Ensure. It's not good for you. It doesn't really do anything for you except give you empty calories. It doesn't give you any nutritional value really. And it tastes like ass, and if you drink too much of a liquid diet, you will ruin your digestive system permanently. Also, it tastes like ass. These were sorted better. Canva, please. I'm trying to find a fucking T from this. Oh, sorry, a TH. I've got T. I need an H. Ideally, I would do this one, but I'm not really sure how they look next to each other. Little hack for Canva. If you've sized something, you can copy it. And if it's a photo, it'll just take it over. Not very legible. All right. We're Xing that idea. We're going to go back to the original here. Engage, envision, endure. Not bad. We could live with that one right now. I kind of like it. Well, not commas, they're periods. Oops. All right. All right. Something, something. Still not sure about the white. Could be a P, okay. But yeah, apart from having to now bulk out the actual like copy part of this and then working out the rest of the mechanics, this is gonna probably be the game book for the island. I really like the way that it looks here. Like I like the black script on this here. It's just that for the title, I am unsure. But that is, as you said earlier, tomorrow's problem. Plus, the stream has already been an hour long, and I have to get ready because I have. Let me see. Let me just check my calendar, make sure that I'm all good. Yeah, I have shit to do before I'm actually going to do a guest appearance on a show today. So I will see you guys soon, especially soon because we have to catch up again on that VOD that we lost about adapting IP. I'm going to be fucking kicking myself over for the rest of the week, casually, very casually. But that is okay because you know what? You can, if it's a good TED Talk, you can hold it more than once. So thanks for tuning into the How to Make and Design Game Books. This one I'm gonna make a VOD of instantly. I promise. I'm gonna make it a VOD right now. After it like says that it's finished buffering, and then yes. So make sure to check out the VOD. It's gonna also be on YouTube. I hate that I forgot to make this a fucking VOD. But yes, thank you for tuning in. And then I hope everybody enjoys, and make sure to go get the TTRPG bundle for Trans Rights Texas. We still have a few days left that it is going to be on sale, and we are closing in on $420,000. So please make sure you go check it. I appreciate you guys as always, and make sure to buy excuse me real quick, make sure to buy I Spy. I put my whole fucking ass in this game. Fucking please. It's huge, it's beautiful, it comes with 4 streaming kits. There are community copies, and for every purchase copy I will be adding the community copy, so make sure to go take this cutest patoot, just like my channel here, cutestpatoot.itch.io, and you will find this also on my Twitter, which all you got is you can see all my socials down there. So I will see you guys very, very soon. And also wish me luck because very, very quickly in the next few days, I will be working on the move and then I will be moving. So after the move, we're going to be in a new setup. I will be streaming from my wheelchair because the chair that I've got now, this one, it's an office chair. It's not great, but it also doesn't fit in my car, and I can't take anything that doesn't fit in my car. So, yeah, I'm gonna be streaming from the wheelchair just because like this table is flat, like I can fold it flat so I can take it with me, but I will not be able to take this actual chair with me. So I'll be streaming from the wheelchair. Everybody be very, very nice. I will have mods up because sometimes people are shit. But I trust all of you guys and I trust the cool community that we're building here to be cool, nice, and supportive. And very, very soon I will hopefully have an actual gaming chair with lumbar support that won't kill me. So I am really excited for that, the new setup for the new place. And I can't wait because also from there we'll be able to stream a lot more regularly and a lot more often, seeing as like right now I kind of can't because I am constantly moving stuff around. But I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.